That was a dude that I know from the neighborhood. He listens to the podcast, and I was talking about veteran health, mental health, and after they get, discharged honorably from the service, after they're done, how this country just turns their fucking back on them. And so he came up to my house because I put a couple clips on social. He came up to my house, knocked on the door. He's just like, "Hey, Nick, just wanted to let you know, I appreciate everything you said, just advocating for us and this and that." He's like, "I want to give you this little Marine medal."
That's gangster.
Yeah, dude. So I said, "Bro, I'm going to put it right on the podcast table."
That's awesome.
So stuff like that means a lot to me, man. I had family that served. I have a lot of friends that are in the military and armed forces. So when you see...
It's just the thought, too. It's like he thought of you. He's like...
Well, that too, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he took his time out to give you this, and he really cherished what you said to him and how you were towards him. So even just like small stuff like this, it goes a long fucking...
Yeah, bro. I mean, listen, I got a small following when it comes down to it. But it's like if I can advocate for people that need it, or I could be a voice for certain people that need that voice, I'm happy to do it, because there's not a lot of advocating for them. I mean, there is, but it gets lost through the channels. And it's just, what's the new mainstream story that we can spin today instead? And it's like, well, how are our veterans doing, man? I don't know. The people that put everything on the fucking line, everything. So we could do a podcast on a fucking, what is this, Wednesday? So we could do a podcast on a Wednesday and hang out in my studio.
Yeah.
So mortar fire isn't coming through the window.
Yeah, I saw a video of a guy of an old, I think it was World War II, and these protesters were protesting, and what the fuck did they say? They're like, oh, something about freedoms, he has the same freedoms as they do and all this stuff. He's like, I fucking went to war to kill all these people. I'll take a gun and I'll kill all you motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, I've seen that video. Yeah.
Fuck these people.
Yeah, bro. Dude, you gotta realize it's like, you gotta think of it from that perspective too. It's like, bro, you let's be real. We haven't seen like real war in a long time. Afghanistan and Iraq and all that sucked. Let's be very clear. That sucked. Whether it was for good or not, that's debatable. Yeah, you have no idea. But the real shit hitting the fan, World War II, Vietnam War, the Korean War, all wars that really nobody won. Let's just put it that way. Even though we won, the World War II, nobody won.
It's just like, I don't, it's, what's the point of it? What's the point of war and fighting and death and money and guns and tanks? It just creates death. It creates conflict. It creates bad energy in the world. And, it doesn't connect people in any way. It destroys everything around us. And people nowadays, no, they don't understand that life is a privilege. Being able to do this podcast and go get food or hang out, go work out, go train. It is all a privilege, because there are people even today that don't have those privileges, and they probably never will.
Yeah.
And it's... everybody takes it for fucking granted. Like, you gotta appreciate what you have. Like me, even just being able to drive. Like, oh wow, I could go wherever the fuck I want. I can go to the airport. I can go to Jersey to buy weights. I can drive anywhere. Like, driving's a fucking luxury.
Yeah,
big time. Because you can go
it's a privilege.
Wherever you want. Yeah,
it's a privilege, man.
Yeah.
Take that shit away from you any second you want, man. Any second that they want, they could take that shit away.
Yeah.
And you're back to like, whoa, I have to do public transportation or catch rides like I'm 15 again, 14.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that nightmare? Hey, you mind dropping me off here? Oh, no. Can you come pick me up? Nah, great.
Mom, I'm drunk at 2 a.m. Can you come get me? Okay, please. I need you. I need my mommy.
Yo, I have a crazy story. I used to go to my boy Albert's house. Shouts to Albert if Albert listens to the podcast. I used to go to Albert's house, and we used to drink at his house and just chill. Like, we didn't go anywhere. We just drank at his house, and we would literally just sit there, play Xbox, watch a movie, and then go to bed. Well, one night he had a barbecue, and I drank a shit ton of wine coolers.
Oh, God.
And I remember throwing up from like alcohol poisoning in the middle of the night. But I was leaning out his bedroom window to puke. So the next morning, he went outside to check. His whole side of his house was stained red from the wine coolers and me just vomiting down the side of it.
It's better than edibles.
I can't do, I've never been able to even think about fucking with edibles.
Oh, am I going to publicly air my episode last year? Sure,
you're about
why
to.
not?
You're about to.
So long story short, shout out to Jared the crazy trainer. I love him.
Jared the crazy trainer, shouts.
Pussy boy. He was staying in my house because he was in New York. We were training, having fun, shooting the shits. And then he had edibles. So I was like, oh, let me try it. It was a 1,000 milligram bar.
Sounds horrible.
And I took 2 of them, 2 little squares. So it was 200 milligrams. So to keep it long,
200 milligrams per square or total?
In total, what I took. Oof. So I'm like laying down in bed. I'm like melting. Melting into the bed. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to go to sleep. And then I slowly start to get up. I'm like, I'm okay. I'm fine. No, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. So I start to freak the fuck out. My family's there. Jared's there. Basically, I was just like freaking the fuck out, like grabbing my mom, like, Mom, help me. I'm going to die. Help me. Like freaking the fuck out. And then I threw up at some point after like an hour and a half of bugging the fuck out. And I felt so much better. But holy shit, what a fucking experience. I saw God. I saw the devil. I was like in like a time loop. It was just the same thing like over and over and over again. And then the next day I was like comatose. So I don't know how people do that shit every day. But hey, no judging.
No judgment. Everyone's
just not for me.
Yeah, everyone's got their thing. I smoked a couple times over quarantine. I've said it a couple times on the podcast. Smoking weed was never for me. I never liked it. I liked drinking because I definitely felt relaxed. But there was a very thin point when I was drinking of I feel really good right now. I should sit here to, oh, we're drunk and now we're going to be miserable tomorrow. So cutting it out was like one of the best things ever, but I do see beers and whatnot. And I'm just like, oh, I do miss the taste of a beer and this and that. And I feel like I'll be the biggest pussy if I get an athletic brew and I can't sit there and say, if I'm going to drink, I'm going to drink the real thing. I can't sit there and drink an athletic brew to try to stay in shape or a, what is it? What do they call the non-alcoholic beers?
O'Doul.
O'Douls, yeah. I can't drink an O'Douls. Yeah. I can't do it.
Alcohol is weird. Like when I was growing up, I used to just look at it as like such like a fucking drug, like the worst fucking possible thing for you. But then as I got older, I started like enjoying like wine, some tequila here and there, and it was good. It leveled me out. But like we say, too much of anything is no good. Yeah. Anything that is too much is not fucking good for you. Could be the gym. Myself, I overtrain. Yeah, it's not good that I toast my nervous system like this week. I'm tired as fuck, but I still do it anyway. It's not good for people who are alcoholics, but they still do it anyway. So I think in moderation, if people learn how to enjoy that stuff and they can be productive on it, which is fine in my book. Like people who smoke weed. You know, there's a lot of high functioning people, especially in jiu-jitsu. I don't know how the fuck they do that, dude. These motherfuckers will light up a joint and train for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Insane.
I don't know how they do that.
That's Manimal, the dude John Manimal that I had come on.
I don't know how.
Bro, he's always high when he rolls. And I'm like, I don't know how you're figuring shit out or even wanting to move.
I think one guy I knew, he said it was because of pain. I don't know. Like, I think him smoking took like the pain away from him.
Yeah, so now I don't feel it when they snap my knee in half. Yeah. That's great. Yeah, wait, you have a calf slice on me? That's weird. Did you just rip my leg out like a Lego?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know how people function on it. I don't know. But I think everything in moderation, and if you're doing that stuff and you're still a good person, you're able to do it productively, you're not trying to lay shit and fuck people up on purpose, then
oh God.
Then I think it's I have a different outlook on it. I don't judge anymore.
Older Tom has a different outlook than younger Tom.
Yeah, younger Tom was very judgmental. I would look at people like, ugh, you're drinking tequila. Ugh, you're smoking weed. What a fucking loser you are. You probably don't have a job. You probably are just in your fucking bed all day doing nothing. But no, actually, there's a lot of savages out there who smoked weed, who did jiu-jitsu, who powerlift, who are animals, and they would just somehow it's their vice. They would just function off being under the influence in a certain way, and that is their vice. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I saw and met a lot of different people who do it, and it's like, oh, all right, everybody has their niche and how
they got their thing.
Yeah, everybody has their thing.
Dude, I could barely train with 2 rips of pre-workout in me. I don't know how people are doing it with weed.
Yeah, it's very.
When I did smoke, I wanted to just sit down and just do nothing. I really did.
Freak the fuck out.
Well, I bugged out too.
I freak out. I am not in control of myself. I'm like, where am I?
I hate when I'm not in control of my own body.
I can't move.
Oh God, dude, I smoked when I was walking Puppy Kenji, and we were walking around my mom's development. And I've told the story before. It's fucking awesome because it's when you realize you're off the deep end and you just go, okay, we need to go to a home base and go somewhere that I'm not going to hurt myself or anyone else. was walking him and I had the phone in my face. So it's super bright. It's super dark out. So you really can't, you can only see a little bit out of your periph, like the dog walking, sniffing trees, whatever. So I'm walking him. I got my phone in my face. And all of a sudden I see out my periph a big ass raccoon. And I went, oh. So I rip Kenji back because he was going right for it. I rip him back and he's like looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I look at him, I take the phone out of my face and I look and it was a recycling bin. I went, we got to go home, bro. I was like, we got to go home. This is over for me. I was like, this is not going to work out.
That's great.
Get me home.
I literally could not function. It's very weird. But like speaking of like vices and like substances, like even like with me with pre-workout, like I like caffeine. I like the stims. I like how it makes me feel. I train every fucking day. I do.
Which I don't know how you do.
Let's
just be, I said it when you walked in. I don't know how you do it.
I don't know how I do it either, but I do it. And like the pre is I like it. Like that's like one of my vices. I like coffee. I like caffeine. People are like, oh, like, you know, pre-workout's not fucking good for you. I'm like, all right, well, bro, nothing's good for you. How about that?
Theoretically.
Nothing's fucking good for you. Am I on roids? Am I on drugs? No. I'm taking a little bit of pre. Oh, I don't need pre-workout. All right, that's cool.
All right, great.
It helps me. It helps me do better. So.
Great. I see that vape you got in your pocket.
That's another thing, too.
Yeah, you're judging me on the pre-workout. I see you vaping every 4 seconds.
Yeah. What I've been watching is West Side Barbell, Louis Simmons and like the documentaries and all that stuff. I was actually watching it earlier today. I think it was on Vice, and they were talking about like steroid use and drug use. And I don't know the complete history of West Side Barbell or with Louis Simmons, but I know like they're fucking animals. They're one of the best powerlifting gyms on the planet. And they produce a lot of world record breaking athletes, and they would talk about drug use. And there's a lot of federations that have natural and have
Tested.
Yeah. I just did one where it was tested on Saturday. It was natural strongman. And it's something where people are so judgmental about what you do. It's like, listen, dude, if you want to fucking do steroids, go ahead and do it. If you know the consequences, if you know what's going to happen to you as you get older, your hormones, your body, your muscles, your joints, if you are aware of that shit happening to you, then do your thing. Go right ahead. If you're, again, like I said, if you're a good person, you're not hurting anybody, you're not manipulating people, you're not being a dickhead when it comes to competitions, you're not cheating, then do whatever the fuck you want to do. You know what I mean? And people, especially on Instagram,
Don't trigger too many people yet.
People got balls, baby. People got balls on that app because they will look at everything and they'll always have something to say. It's hilarious. It's so funny. And it's good for guys like me because it gets the engagement up. I love going back and forth with people. It's so fucking funny. It's great. Tom, why'd you order 362-pound bells? Because I fucking want to.
Because you felt like it. I don't know.
Felt like it because I want it.
You need to explain yourself to everybody. That's the crazy part of social media. Yeah, we get to put ourselves out there. Even with these clips, man, sometimes it's tough because you know you're putting a clip out there. You know you're going to get some people that are going to have both opinions, this side, that side, and you just go, fuck it, I got to just put it out there. Because if I don't put it out there, might as well shoot myself in the foot. You know what I'm saying? The whole point we're doing is getting a message out there, showing what we're doing, obviously attracting new clients for business, whatnot. So it's like, all right, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't, put it out there. So you have to unfortunately welcome that side of it as well. You have to welcome the people that are going to have 1,000,001 things to say, even though they should probably just put their phone down and rest their thumbs a little bit.
And it's interesting because I'm still like trying to figure out what it could be with those people. If it's like a insecurity issue or if it's like an emotional issue, like why must you take time out of your day to comment on somebody's post? Why are you going to hate on somebody for actually trying to do what they love to do? Nick put out another picture, black and white, looks fucking sick. Somebody's going to say, oh, well, maybe it could be in this lighting or it couldn't have been black and white. Or me, Tom, oh, you're doing single arm deadlifts with the 362. Why are you doing it that way? What's the point of that weight? Why are you doing that? Because I want to. It's because of what I like to do. And I've never like had the energy or the audacity to like look at somebody and like comment some like stupid shit, like hating shit. If it's like some bullshit and I'm calling it out, that's different because I'll call out bullshit because people will try to manipulate unknowing people, clientele with fitness especially. But, oh, this is how you work out. I need to do this. I need to pay this guy $2,000 for a 6-month program. No. that person is probably taking advantage of you and they're just trying to get money into their pockets. That type of shit I'll call out when I know it's bullshit. But I've never like looked at somebody's post like, oh wow, this guy has a bigger gym than me. Wow, this guy has more followers than me. Oh, fuck him. He got it because he had a handout. He got it because he got a loan. No, I don't give a fuck. I'm focused on myself and my own people. So for people to, instead of looking at them as a way to like, oh, wow, like he has something going for him. Let me go and see what he's about. Let me go into his gym. Let me book him for a photo shoot. Let me see what he's really about. Could it be legit? Sure, maybe. Could it be bullshit? Sure, maybe. That's what all of us. Yeah. But I've never understood why people will take time out of their day to go on their phone or even to do it in real life and just hate and attack somebody because of what they love to do or what their passion is or what they're trying to make money with. I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't understand it.
Well, Dre said it perfectly on a podcast episode a long time ago. He said, all of these people that hate, they're always shooting up. They're always shooting up at the king. He's like, anybody that's at the top, they never shoot hate down. They're never the ones that are looking at people underneath and like throwing hate their way. Yeah, they're focused at being on the top. So everybody that's on the bottom that like acts like that, these are all the people, the peons, he calls them. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are fucking peons. These are people that don't care. Like, they don't matter. They don't care. It's like, there's no reason going back and forth with them. He's like, but I leave it there because it's engagement. I leave it there. And, and that comment says 20 times more about that person than it does about me.
Yeah.
And just like you said, to sit there and actually actively go through other people's pages, actively look for things that you just genuinely don't like, or that you just want to start fucking shit on the internet for no reason. I think some people get a rise out of it if it's especially like a guy like you in great shape, lifting crazy weight, this and that. Let's say it's a guy that can barely lift a 20-pound dumbbell, sits in his basement all day. Let's just use that example. Of course he's going to get the enjoyment of like poking fun at you. Because in real life, number one, you're never going to meet each other.
Yeah.
And number two, he knows that he gets under some people's skin like that. And that makes him feel powerful.
Yeah. That just makes me feel bad for him. It's like,
from your perspective, yeah. But from his perspective, if he gets a rise out of you or he gets you riled up, he won. So that's the thing. My mom has always told me, even from a young age, and I remind myself sometimes, when a client skips on paying or they're giving me a problem or people are starting shit with me for no fucking reason, she always just told me from day one, she's just like, you have to understand these people don't have your mentality. These people don't have your mindset when it comes down to it. And at the same time, you also can't give them your energy. Because if you give away your energy, you give them power.
Yeah.
The second you allow yourself to be unhinged, I used to tell my boys all the time, we'd be out at bars, we'd be out at different spots, someone would start some shit. You could just tell the dudes that are trying to start shit, the dudes that are trying to rile people up and like big up on them and puff their chest out, they're always the dudes that would get knocked out in 3 seconds. However, when they start shit with you, you got to, unfortunately, it doesn't make you less of a human being or a man, but you got to just deep breath and peace. Like, just get out of the situation. The amount of times I've been at places with a girl that I was dating and some dude starts shit with me for no reason because he wants to look like the white knight in front of my girl, I'll just be like, let's leave. We got to go.
Yeah.
Because what are the paths that we go down? I interact with this human being. We start going back and forth, jawing at each other. There's a dude who has no matter in my life. I don't care what happens to this person, but we're going to jaw back and forth a little bit. He may try to get physical. Now I have to defend myself. Now dude gets laid out, let's say, or I get laid out. I hit my head on the floor and I die. Or he hits his head on the floor and he dies, and now I'm legally responsible for this. Yeah. All because I was going to let him take my power from me. Yeah. This douchebag, no shot.
That's why I've never been in a real street fight before, ever.
I've been in a couple scuffs when I was younger, but since probably when I was 19, I've never had to throw hands or do anything.
Yeah, I've trained and fought multiple world champions in jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, karate. I've done multiple things. I've fucked my mouth up. I had surgery on my mouth. I fucked my knees up. I fought a lot of people, but I've never gotten to a real life altercation because it stems back to like feeling bad for the person. It's like, all right, if I'm at a bar, I'm at a restaurant, and this guy has never been in a training room, they've never been on a mat, they've never been in a boxing gym. Like, regular people don't understand what it really means when you know how to fight. You could literally kill the person in 2 seconds because they have no idea what to do if you grab them, if you get your underhooks, if you get your grips, if you even take them down. They're just like fucking anxious as shit. It's like It's like you're like a bear and you're like eating somebody. It's like they'll start freaking the fuck out, but
swinging
and swinging. But the bear, that thing is gonna eat your ass. It doesn't give a fuck if you're swaying or not. You're gonna be quiet in a couple of seconds. So with people, when they know how to fight, they're the last people ever to get in a street fight, because I feel like they feel bad for the person, because like you're gonna emasculate this person right in front of everybody. You're gonna choke them the fuck out and show them like, wow, like you really aren't. You're not a man. Like
you're not shit.
You're not shit. Like this person can kill you. And to me, I've always been the person to just walk away. It's not worth it.
And that's the way you should pride yourself on that. Seriously.
Yeah.
And I know you do. You should pride yourself more on that.
Yeah.
More people don't have, there's so many people that don't have self-control.
It's very interesting, especially when it comes to people who train. The people who do train and they take that power and they use that for that type of shit, you're a jerk off.
Oh yeah.
You're a scumbag.
And there are people like that.
You're a scumbag. Yeah.
I mean, when I first started jujitsu, I never had that mentality. I mean, you've known me for years before I started that, but I've never had that mentality that I could just fuck anybody up. I always knew, don't matter how big, how small somebody is, there's still that variable of whether they train, what do they know, this and that. They could easily piece you up. Don't matter. Then when I started training, I was like, oh yeah, I would be helpless if I went against people.
I don't know shit.
I don't know.
I don't know a goddamn
I don't know
thing.
anything. Because listen, man, as men, you size everybody up. It's like a
primal.
It's like the radar from Dragon Ball Z when they see everyone's power level.
2,000, 9,000.
So his power's over 9,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. So it's like you look at people, and it's not a matter of just like, oh, I'm gonna fuck that guy. I'm gonna fuck him up. It's just you look in a room when you enter, and you just go, okay, if there's a problem, I see this dude. That's a big dude. That's a big dude. Like you have that mentality always on. It never turns off. So now, though, when I went into the jiu-jitsu gym, you have to remind yourself, man, when you start to train especially, it's like you got to take that ego, any thought that you have fully out of that shit, because the second you go, oh, I'm not going to let this dude tap me out because he's smaller or because he just started or whatnot, that's how you get your arm snapped in half, because they're just going to keep going. It's like, oh, no, let it go. Good. It's insane how I did think that I knew so much before I got to jiu-jitsu, and I got there now a year and 2 months in, I'm like, oh, wow, I would be helpless to a wrestler in real life.
There's two types of people who do jiu-jitsu like a combat sport. The first person is they get fucked up, they get manhandled, and they're like, wow, I need to be doing this shit. That was me. That's what I said. I got fucking murdered. I got raped my first day of jiu-jitsu, and I was like, holy shit, I have to do this stuff. This is what's going to make me a savage, and it did. And then the other person is like, oh, wow, no, this shit is gay. It doesn't work. That's bullshit. This guy's on drugs. This guy tripped me. All this shit. And they go back to doing whatever they're doing. And they don't elevate. And that stems to a lot of things in life. Things that make you uncomfortable. Things that put you in the dirt. Things that put you in the fucking ground. That's the type of stuff you probably should be doing.
Yeah.
And like I think we talked about on our last episode, or I talk about it all the fucking time, when beefy guys come into my gym and they can't kettlebell swing 100 pounds, and then my girl clients can do it easily. They're like, what? Like, how? How is that possible? Because they are doing the things that they should be doing. Their hips are powerful, they're in alignment, their grip strength, their posterior chain is strong. Yeah, you can deadlift 500-600 pounds, that's cute, but when is that going to be used for in real life, or even in my gym when you can't swing 100 pounds for 5 to 10 reps, or you can't pick up somebody and carry them? And it's very humbling. Men don't like to be humbled. Some do. I like being humble. Yes, I like being humble because it teaches me. It teaches me that I'm not shit and that there's bigger fish out there. There's always a bigger fish. And I need to work on my game. I need improvements, not to stay in the same spot and use that as like a scapegoat. No, I'm doing just fine. No, I don't need to elevate. I don't need to work on my deadlifts or my clean and press on the axle bar. No. Being humbled is going to be
actually one of the best medicines you can have as a man, especially.
It's going to be the gateway for you to rise up and to be greater and surround yourself with the right men and people that you need to be around.
I feel like in the societal hierarchy, I feel like the fathers were actually the ones that were first supposed to humble the boys coming up. And because there's such a lack of a powerful father figure in most homes that you see that now.
Yeah.
You see these dudes that are, and listen, I was raised by a single mother, but luckily I had a lot of very great male role models over the years that were in my life. So I never kind of got to that mindset, but I find that a lot of the homes that were missing a male father, like really.
Like what I was talking about before we started, like making this like a talk about manhood, because there's a lot of, even like toxic masculinity. I don't know what the fuck that means.
It's just words. It's just words.
It doesn't make any sense.
What does it mean? Is you're a man that beats your woman? Like that's what they, to me, that's what they make it. That's what the definition is. It's not what they make it, which is a guy being a guy, just strong, a father figure, a head of the house type situation. They go, oh no, that's toxic. It's like, no, toxic masculinity to me is the dude that manipulates girls and like is a fucking piece of shit. That's what that means to me.
Yeah. You need men. You need father figures. You need males that are going to lead the way for men and women alike. You need guys who are going to guide people to be better people, better athletes, a better person, a better lover. Like, if you can provide that to people, or even if your family, if you're a father, like my father, he provided a lot to me, everything. If I didn't have my dad, I would not have anything. I wouldn't have my gym. I wouldn't have my outlooks. I wouldn't have the strength I have now. It's all because of him and my mom. I love my parents. I love my family. They've done everything for me. But my dad is the main guy who instilled me, listen, you got to buckle the fuck up and work hard and get after it and do your shit. And he still talks to me like that today. I talk to my mom about love and relationships, and I talk to my dad about business and money. My dad always tells me that, listen, when you run a business, you have to do everything your fucking self. You have to do it. Nobody's going to come and hand you it. I'm not handing you $150,000. You're out of your fucking mind. I'm not handing you $150,000 to start up your gym. You got to fucking do that. I'll help you a little bit. I'll help you get started, which he did. I'm very grateful for that.
Shouts to Papa DeGiuli.
Yeah, I'm not going to fucking sit here and be like, oh, I'm self-made. My pops didn't help me. No, my dad helped me, and a lot of people, it's okay to get help.
Guess what? There's so many people that wish that they had help.
Yeah, it's okay to.
I wish I had help when I started my business. For real, I wish I did.
Yeah, it's like I'm very grateful for him, and a lot of men in today's society, they're even scared to even do that or even talk about that. Like, oh wait, I want to lead people. I want to get people strong. I want to teach them jiu-jitsu. I want to start a men's club where we work out. We talk about life plans. We talk about training. Or we talk about what our goals are. What is that? But two sides of the spectrum is that they're scared to do that because they're looked at it as if they're an evil person, or they're scared that nobody's going to believe in them. When there are men out there all over the fucking world that need that. They need leaders. They need somebody to look up to, where they put their egos aside, like, oh shit, you know what? That person, that guy, I want to be like him. I want to go to him and I want to learn from him, because maybe that's what I need. Maybe I need to put my fucking ego in check and I need to learn from somebody. I've done that multiple times. I've learned from coaches. I've learned from my friends. I've learned from my father. I take in a lot of energy and a lot of knowledge. I'm never somebody that is, I know everything, there's nothing that I can do. No, I intake knowledge because that makes me a better man and a better person. And sadly these days, I don't know why, I don't know what the fuck happened in the past 4 years, but they look at men as like somebody who's toxic, somebody who takes control. No, you need men who are going to be powerful, who are going to lead, who are going to love, and who are going to provide to lovers, to family, to kids, to people. You need that. You fucking need it. As a society, it will crumble down if we do not have that.
Oh, you could already see things crumbling. You could already see shit just festering and rotting from the inside out.
And it's not. It stems more than just like the political.
Oh no, I don't think.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just
everything
saying in general. Yeah,
everything.
Because a lot of people will stem that to politics.
Of course they will, because they always do.
But it stems more than just the political shit.
Yeah,
it stems to just human beings as our nature, as who we are.
What I always find funny. And actually, when I say funny, I mean sad. What I find funny is when you look at a dude post a picture, and generally, obviously, he'll get however many likes he gets. Let's talk about social. However many likes he gets, maybe 1 or 2 comments from a couple of his buddies, whatever. Now you look at a girl post a picture, and you have every girl in a 50-mile radius.
Bitch, yes.
Oh my God, queen.
Yes, queen. Yes, you're so hot. Oh my God, they rack up all of them. All of them.
They rack that shit up. I don't know if it's like a hive mind type of scenario. Like they all just have the same coding that they all just like. Jessica just posted a photo. Like they all jump on that shit.
Spidey senses.
Yeah, exactly. But the sad thing to me is that we don't give other men that same treatment. We should be bigging up our fellow man instead of tearing him down. Everyone's so worried about being a white knight. Everyone's so worried about being the bigger guy, the more successful guy, the guy who's got all the girls, that's got this, that. Bro, it's like we're all just trying to figure out this shit all in the same playing field. Just because you got a little bit more money, just because you have less money, whatever it means, just because you know this professional athlete or you work with this celebrity. No, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. What matters is that we all support one another doing what we do, because theoretically, that's what we're here for. That's what this life is for, is to get through, experience things, do things that you want to do and that you enjoy doing. And, hopefully doing all of that before you sunset. Like that's really what it's supposed to be. It's not, nowhere in there is it supposed to be like I'm supposed to just talk shit about every person and fuck this guy because he has a nicer car than me or this and that. It's like, dude, you gotta just pull your own head out of your own ass. Like it's crazy, dude.
And nobody has it all figured out.
No one has it figured out. Joe Rogan doesn't have it. I always mention him because it's like, that's the podfather, bro. But like, he doesn't have it figured out.
Nobody does.
No one does.
Nobody
We're all
does.
just like trying to do our best and just putter along. And, the way that I see it all the time is that life has weird ways of just presenting one door closing, 5 more open. Like you just have to stay the course of just being yourself. And it's really hard at times. Let's not sugarcoat things, but at the same time, going through those trials and tribulations of just life itself, they build you up to be not only a more resilient, stronger human being, not even man, human being for men and women alike, but they teach you things that school, universities, nothing, even your parents, they can only do so much to guide you, but the life lessons that you start to collect as the years go on, that's really what it is. That's going to be the best teacher.
And the worst enemy you could have is here.
Yeah, man.
Is here.
I'm constantly battling it.
If your head, if the thing in between your 2 ears is against you, you will live a very, very stressed out, miserable life.
Yeah.
And when it comes to anxiety, when it comes to depression, when it comes to human emotion, our worst enemy and where all thoughts and all energy starts is here. It all starts with a thought. Just like all good things, your business model, your dream, it starts with a thought. But also it comes to all the stress that you have and the overthinking, it all starts with a thought. So people have to learn how to keep this intact. You have to learn to keep this. How I keep it intact is training. You know why I train every day? Is because I want to keep this quiet. I want to be so tired that I'm just mellow and I don't stress shit out. Of course, I am human and I stress things out, but oh my God, if I did not work out every day, or if I did not lift heavier or like really push myself, oh my God, I would go nuts. Absolutely insane. And it is therapy, it is medicine, but if your brain is not intact, then your life and everything will be in shambles. You need to control that. You need to control those forces that you can't see in your head.
And that's some of the toughest battles and lessons that you'll have.
Yeah. And everybody has them in certain ways, certain forms. It's interesting to look at the human brain and psychology, like why people have certain behaviors, like we were just talking about, why people are so ambitious, why Kobe Bryant was working out and training 6-7 hours a day or doing 5 to 6 different workouts.
How the fuck did he recover?
How did he recover? How the fuck does Pooch recover? Wait a minute.
Yeah, shout out to Pooch.
I love you, Pooch.
Shout out to Pooch.
Bro, this motherfucker ran 6 miles yesterday and he worked out at my gym.
What's up with him?
I don't know. I love him, man. He's great. I don't know how he recovers. I don't know how he does it, but
I'm gonna post a bulletin real quick. $500 request for Pooch's urine.
I don't know how he does it, but like Pooch fucking motivates the shit out of me because I'm like, motherfucker, this guy ran today and he's working out. He's motivating me to start running. I ran 5 miles like six months ago and I was dying. Yeah. I was dying, but I still did it. But my feet and my calves were killing me. But it's
so much impact.
It's so a lot of impact. But hey, listen, he does it. A lot of other people do it. And I'm very inspired by that. And it's very cool to see that. And it could be demons, it could be somebody who's just really hungry and they're motivated to keep training, but it all stems to why people do what they do. Why do they work out 5 times a day? Why do they do crazy, disturbing, fucked up shit? The human experience and the mind is very, very interesting. And it's something that I like to learn about and I like to research on sometimes. Just like understanding it. Like what makes us us? What brought us here?
Oh, that's
why do we do what we do?
Dude.
I'm not even high and I'm saying this shit. You know what I mean?
I have these thoughts more often than I'd care to admit.
It's just very interesting.
Dude, I'll be sitting on the couch. It'd be 8 o'clock at night, just 9 o'clock at night, just sitting there. Nothing, dude. I will not be thinking of anything, and I'll just be like, why is this life going on like this? I'll be like,
it's interesting,
and I'll start thinking, wait a minute, there are people in, let's say, Amsterdam that are just sitting in their apartments right now at the end of their day or sleeping because that's their life. And looking at other people driving by, you just go, wow, I'm just a person on the sidewalk to those people that are driving by. And you start going, I'm freaking myself out. I'm freaking myself out.
What is life?
What is life?
Why am I here?
Oh,
I don't know what to do.
Does it all go dark afterwards? I don't know.
And what's funny is that nothing really, things do matter, but nothing really does, because we are just like one little fucking grain of sand in a vast ocean. Because Earth and life and everything, like as vast as like the universes and the galaxies are, I'm kind of referencing for Dragon Ball Z because there's like 12 universes, I'm sorry. Yep. And even like watching Super, it's like, holy shit, like the two things that make me go crazy is like time travel and like galaxies and space, because my brain just cannot comprehend it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But looking at all the galaxies and the planets and the universes and different life and all this other crap, it's like, wow, like we really are so insignificant that it's absurd.
It's nothingness. It's just, there's so much infiniteness. That's what I meant. Infinite. It's like crazy. I talked to my mom. My mom had crazy dreams last night. She's just like, I had crazy dreams of this woman I didn't know, and I'm packing my bags and this and that. I said, maybe it was you in an alternate timeline. Maybe it's you in an alternate timeline. She's like, maybe. And I go, yeah, theoretically, if there's another Nick on another timeline with the same Karen as mom, I go, maybe I mentioned my first girlfriend. I said, maybe I wound up marrying her and that took me on this path. And maybe that person that you saw was their relative. I don't know. I was like, it's just, if that's how it theoretically works, then that's how it works. And she was just like, oh, I go, yeah, it's weird.
It's weird. It's very
fucking weird. And we'll never know. We have no idea what actually goes on in the world, in space, and anything like that. I don't believe anything I hear. I don't believe anything I hear anymore. I really don't. I've said this 1,000 times, but I don't believe that the planet's round. I don't believe that it's flat. I don't know. I'm not in space. That's why people go, oh, well, fuck those people. They don't think that the planet's flat, or they don't think that the planet's round. And I go, I don't know. Have you been up to space? And they just go, no. All right, so you're just believing what somebody told you. I have no idea.
Also, who gives a shit?
I don't care. I don't care. It don't matter to me.
Cares?
I guess it matters if the planet is flat. I guess it matters because then that just takes things into a whole nother realm of like, what's actually in our solar system, what actually does the planet look like? I don't know. But guess what? We'll never fucking know. We're not allowed to go past Antarctica. Why am I going to believe that all the shit you're telling me about outer space?
And even like when we grow up, what we're taught in schools and life, it's like a cobweb of bullshit. It's
like fake. It's fugazi. It's like fake.
It's fake. And like, even like me, like I cannot fucking remember anything I learned in high school or even college. Like, in some senses, like school and everything is important because knowledge is power, but they don't teach you how to live. They don't teach you to find your passion. We're not taught to chase our dreams. We're taught to stay in line. Mm-hmm. We're taught to stay in the
good
system.
workers.
Be good workers. Do what you're told. Don't bitch. Don't complain. Don't ask questions.
Entrepreneurship is hard.
It's hard. It's impossible. You
get a great corporate job.
It's like, there's pros and cons to everything. But I would take entrepreneurship over anything ever, because like me and my business in my field, right? I see myself as a top tier strength coach, and there are places that I've been that these motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they're doing. Yep. And I cannot fathom how they teach or how they coach in all places, in California and Florida, all over the place. I've been to so many different gyms and what they do. No shade to anybody, but I am just confident in what I do. And the type of person that I am, I'm going to tell you to shut the fuck up and stop being on your phone and not paying attention to me. That pisses me off. It's annoying. But if I was in a regular commercial gym, they would kick me out in day one because, oh, you can't talk to people like that because, you know, it just doesn't fit the business model. I don't give a fuck what the business model is. This person is not paying attention. They're not fucking into it. They're not mentally into it. So why the fuck are you here? Why are you trying to learn from me or trying to work out? You come to a gym, you come to a trainer, you want to build muscle, you want to get lean. You're a guy, you want to look like Chris Hemsworth. You're a girl, you want to look like, I don't know, Gal Gadot, whatever, Wonder Woman, right?
Yeah.
You want to look like Wonder Woman, but you're not listening. You're not giving me the time of day. You're not giving me the fucking energy. So why the fuck am I going to give you mine? Why are you here? And I ask people that all the time. Why are you here? Why do you do this? You don't need to do this. You could be average. It's okay. I'm not forcing you to do this. You can go to somewhere else and you could do regular shit. That's fine. But when it comes to me, I actually give a shit and I want you to succeed. I want you to do better. But if you're going to give me certain mentalities and all these other things, then no, I'm not for regular gyms. I'm not for commercial gyms. I'm not for Orange Theory. I'm not for F45. Oh yeah, let's go. You guys did burpees. Holy fucking shit. That's awesome. Go you. I'm not that person because that shit, coddling people like that, it's not my thing. So that's the beauty of entrepreneurship because you can do whatever the fuck you want.
And guess what? The people that you want to be your client flock to you.
Exactly. Because they will love you for you.
Yeah.
They will come to your gym for you. They will do your shoots because you're Nick.
That's what I was about to say.
Because you're funny. You're a good person. You're handsome. You're uplifting. You give good energy.
Oh, man.
I'm giving you your praise. Like we were talking about with men. Like, oh, we don't give our guys our praise. I'm giving you your praise because you work your ass off. Everything is yours. You are a man, you work hard, you weightlift, you do jiu-jitsu, you are a real man, you understand what it is to do that. So people will come to you because you're Nick Rizzo. You do all this stuff, people are gonna come to you. Your work is great, your thoughts are great, but it is you, the person, that creates all the stuff that you have.
Yeah. Well, and I appreciate you. I really do. I love you too. Romance right on camera. Y'all see it in HD, not 4K, because 4K files are too big. I was gonna say caught in 4K. No, caught in HD. You know, I have this conversation with a lot of people in terms of there's only one of you at the end of the day. There's only one Tom DeGiuli. Let's be super clear. There's only one Tom. So if you want to train with Tom, you got to go to his spot. You got to get him through his app. You got to do all that, and you can be linked up with Tom. There's only one Nick Rizzo. There's only one. So it's like there are better video guys than me, and there are worse, a lot worse video guys than me, and photo guys and creatives. I'll use the term creative. There's a lot of strength trainers in both directions for you as well. However, people want to train with Tom. People want to work with Nick. And that's the brand that we have to continually push out there. That's what this podcast is too. This is me being my brand and putting out amazing human beings that I get to sit down with, talk to, and put their brand out there as well. Because this is, you know, I've had this conversation with my mom all the time. She's just like, you know, you constantly have businesses on and it's amazing because you help them get their word out too. And I'm like, it's a two-way street. I want to help everybody. Anybody that I sit down with on the podcast is somebody that I want to help out and talk to and really like see do well. I'm not having people on that I don't like. There's been plenty of people that have asked me to come on the podcast. Sorry, y'all, if you're listening. Plenty of people that have asked me to come on the podcast.
Oh, ain't shit.
I appreciate you for who you are, but like, you as a human being, it just doesn't work. It doesn't mesh with me for this type of thing. And that's okay. Maybe it meshes for somebody else's in their podcast.
You can't please them all.
Can't please them all. And I'm tired. And for a long time, I was trying to please everybody and I can't do that anymore. Yep. So we continue to build our own selves up, whether that's physically, mentally, professionally, whatever it is, we build these pillars up to be successful in our own eyes.
Yeah.
And try to not allow the comparison is the thief of joy to sneak into our lives because it's so easy. It's so easy, especially with social when we're watching thousands, let's just say 1,000, that you follow 1,000 people. 1,000 people's lives you're watching on a semi-daily basis. You see most of these people post and you're sitting there watching them enact out their lives. And I've had to remind a couple of like Tyler and a couple of my buddies that just sit there and just scroll, story. And I just go, yo, you're like third partying these people's lives. It's weird.
It's like the Matrix. It goes back to the human experience. It's like with Instagram, shout out to Jared again, because he had a crazy trainer. Love you. He has a very good point when it comes to social media. I love that. And he's the reason why I unfollowed a lot of people. We were chilling.
Made the cut. Fuck yeah.
But no, he likes people who give out good content. He's not going to follow everybody who doesn't have good content. Like me, I love looking at fitness shit. I have Phil Daru stuff saved. I have Jason Soul Fit, my friends Wes Beans and Jose.
I've seen that dude Soul Fit. He's a monster.
Yeah, man.
That dude's got crazy physique.
Shout out to Jay too, man. He's 41 years old. He runs his gym by himself. He kills it. He's a freak athlete. He's sick, man. I have some of his stuff too. I take a lot of motivation from him, Wes, Jose, Jared too. I love looking at fitness stuff. I love looking at motivational quotes. I love looking at that stuff. I love learning. And Jared, what he said was that why I'm unfollowing and getting rid of people that do not serve me or do not give me that motivational thing. Like, it's no disrespect if you unfollow somebody. Like, if I see somebody in person and they ask me, oh, why'd you unfollow me? I'll probably say, I haven't talked to you in 4 years.
Yeah.
I don't keep in touch with you. You're an acquaintance. You're not my friend anymore. You're an acquaintance.
Yep.
If I don't keep in touch with you, or you don't motivate me, or you aren't in the same mindset as me when it comes to fitness, there's no shade to you. I'll shake your hand if you want to grab a beer, if you want to hang out 1 or 2 times and catch up. Cool, that's fine. I've done that plenty of times. But like, there's no reason for me to be in touch with you because you just don't add value to what I'm trying to do. And it could sound conceited, it could sound cocky, but I don't give a fuck.
It's real.
I don't
it's
care.
real.
Because you're keeping up with these people for what fucking reason?
Yep.
Why am I keeping up with you? Why is it that you're keeping up with me so much? Why?
And not showing me any love on anything.
Oh yeah.
That's the weird thing.
Great point. Why are you following me, but you're not liking any of my shit? You're not sharing my stuff. What am I offering right now in my gym? I'm offering a 2-week free class trial. You could come in, work out whenever the fuck you want. And if you don't like it, cool. If you do like it, awesome. Come be my friend. Let's work out. Let's get after it. Why aren't you sharing that? Why aren't you taking that fucking post or hitting me up? Hey, Tom, tag me privately so I can share this for you. Why aren't you fucking doing that? But I have to give a fuck about what you're doing when you're in Miami, or you're on a boat, or you're with your boys and you're drinking and doing all this stupid ass shit that I don't give a fuck about. Or we used to be friends 10 years ago. Okay, where are you 5 years ago? Yeah, we were cool. We were chilling, but what happened?
It fell off, and now
what happened?
It is what it is now.
It could be me. Listen, it could be me. I'm not perfect. It could have been me the reason why we don't talk anymore, maybe because life just got too busy and I don't have my priorities when it comes to people and stuff. But at the end of the day, it all stems back to like something. It's either this person doesn't add value into my life anymore, or I am just in a realm where I don't want everybody in my fucking circle anymore. Because most people just want to take.
Yeah.
Most people don't give a shit about you. Most of your friends don't give a fuck. They don't care. And it's scary to think that, but it's true. Me, like, I don't talk to any of my college friends. I don't talk to any of my high school friends. I don't talk to anybody in those realms. I still keep in touch with some of my jiu-jitsu friends, even though I don't do it anymore. And all my friends are my clients and also the people that I hang around with when I go to kettlebell festivals or strongman events, or, you know, just like meetups like that. Those are my friends. You're my friend. Like, me and you keep in touch. Like, me and you, like, we talk, we hang out. You know what I mean? You come to the gym, or I see you every now and then. We do shoots, exactly. But like, we may not talk every day, but you're still the homie. You're still my dog. Like, you know, you post a lot of cool shit. That's the type of interactions that I want. And people who say, why'd you unfollow me? Then you know what? You maybe have to look at yourself and what you're providing, because there's different levels to this life when it comes to people. We ain't just chilling.
Yeah, we ain't just chilling. So I had this example when I first joined OG, and shouts to Evan, shouts to Taylor, shouts to all the boys over there. When I first joined OG, a lot of like the super attractive girls followed me. But like in person, they wouldn't say anything.
It's weird.
I'd try to say hi. Yeah. I'd be like, hey, what's going on? I'd try to say good morning just to,
yeah.
I don't even give a fuck that you're attractive. It don't matter to me. Yeah. Like I'm 32 years old. I don't care. You know? It is what it is at the end of the day. Yeah. So I would see all these girls and in person, and they'd just like almost ignore you, like you don't exist. It's like, you followed me. This is like a very strange relationship. So you followed me to do what? And then you don't like any of my shit. You don't interact with anything that I do. I mean, I appreciate the follow, but if it's a fake follow and it's just because I'm part of like Evan came on the podcast or Taylor came on the podcast and you just feel like, okay, I'll follow this kid for no reason, and then that's all it is. Yeah, it's okay. Save the thumb movement. You're good. Like, don't even worry about it. If what I'm doing on my page is not interesting to you and you're not going to actually participate in what it is, I'm not going to be offended. It's cool. Just hit that unfollow button. I never understood that. If we're going to be fake in person, but digital, it's different. You have all the conversation in the world or all the love in the world digitally. What is this? It's very weird.
It's not real.
It's fugazi.
Social media is not real. And my past thing, like my past relationships that I've had, there are a couple where it was like, they would freak out because of what I posted or because of what I did.
Oh, I remember. That's when we first started linking up.
And like, it doesn't, like, I use it for my business. I use it for myself because I myself is a brand. People like, they will look at my gym, right? Oh,
check it out.
Strength Factor. Okay, cool.
Look how good that looks on camera.
Yeah.
Check it out.
But like, people look at me like, oh, that's Tom DeGiuli. Holy shit. Like I'm at the point, very grateful for it. I walk into rooms where people see my presence. They're like, oh shit, that's Tom DeGiuli.
That's that savage.
Shit, that's him. And I go up to them like, hi, how are you? What's going on? Oh, they're like, oh, wait, he's a regular person. He's nice. Like what? But I have that presence now. So, I myself I'm a brand. I'm a brand. My gym's a brand, but I'm a brand. So, I use social media to connect, but also for my business, for my line of work. And yes, I would have arguments and disagreements with certain people, but then it just stems back to where it's not real.
Yeah.
I'm not hanging out with these people all the fucking time. I'm not doing anything in my league or in my power to do wrong by people. I am just doing what I do, and people who are motivated by my content or are motivated by my energy as a person, that's them. There's no malicious intent towards that. But also it stems back to, social media is not fucking real. Take away TikTok, take away X, Twitter, take away Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. What are you? Yeah. What are you? You take that shit away. What are you? What do you do? Me, what do I do? If Instagram took me away, I'm a business owner. I'm a trainer. I'm a strength coach. I know what I'm doing. Most people with Instagram, it's like, oh, you take that away, then okay, what is gonna fill up your cup? What is gonna fill into your glass? What's gonna excite you? What are you gonna take in now that all these fucking apps are gone? You look at yourself, you have 1 million followers, and then boom, it's gone. Oh shit, what am I? What am I doing?
Yeah.
Am I just a regular person? Am I providing value to people? Am I able to run a business and actually provide a service instead of just providing people just this fucking content that makes no fucking sense and it's just like eye-boggling? It's not real. And people need to learn that because that shit can get taken away like that. And also,
whenever the overlords decide to turn the servers off.
Yeah, and what's scary is that is possible. They could just say fuck this shit. They never will because it's
they're making way too much money.
They're making way
too much money.
It all stems back to money, but they could if they wanted to.
Did you see the new tiers of Instagram?
No, what's that?
Yeah, the new business tiers. I have to get it. I have to get the exact tiers. So if you want to actually grow on Instagram now, they have package tiers.
Oh, but you buy it to where fuck that shit. So you buy it so you gain followers. Or like notice.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Subscription pricing. Let's see if it's on here. I don't know if it's going to show us the entire thing yet.
Nick, please pull up Instagram tiers of how to get famous. Thank you.
Oh, here it is. The new Instagram subscription model. Let's see if this shows me. Or is it just going to be a useless article? Create an account to read the full story. Great. I don't want to. I fucking hate these websites. They're so bullshit. They're such bullshit. Yeah, it's 3 new tiers anyway, but it's like up to businesses paying $350 a month to get growth, actual growth to be put in front of people. This is basically replacing ads, essentially.
Like, where is that gonna get you? Like I have 16,000 followers on Instagram. I only have 40 clients. That overall, I have 40 clients in one-on-one training, one-on-one training, class memberships, and online coaching. That's all the people I have. I have 16,000 followers on Instagram, which is not a lot, but
I have 7,000. It's more than me.
But at the end of the day, like, what does it mean? All right, you're following me, you're keeping in touch with me, cool. But like, what do people think that if you get 200, 300,000 followers, you're gonna get rich?
Yeah, that's it.
That you're gonna get rich, and that people is that's it. Wow, like my Instagram count is over 200K. Holy shit, like I made it.
I have 53K on TikTok. I don't make any money.
And like people could have that following, but what do they use it for? Like my friend Pat and Adam, Pat Damiano, Adam, Gooch. Ask Gooch. I love both of them. Shout out to both of them too. They are very good kettlebell coaches and they know what they're doing. They provide influential content. They provide tutorials. Adam's over 40 years old. He motivates people who are men, especially who are 40, that can be ripped with just kettlebells. Pat, he was an Olympic lifting coach and CrossFit, used to compete, but he's really big into kettlebells now too. Those two are perfect examples because they use their social media and their influence to promote their business, but also to impact other people and to promote what they do as coaches. But then you'll have other people who have 500,000 followers that just post bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, you're not posting anything that I would see as influential. No, you're posting memes, you're posting TikToks, you're posting bullshit. Here and now, shit like that is funny, yeah. But like, if that's all you provide, then it's like, all right, cool. You're making money. Great. Awesome. To me, I'm not impressed by that.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed by money. I'm not impressed by your fucking your Lamborghini or your fucking Rolex watch. I could give two shits about.
Come on, bro. That makes them a really good person if they have that. That makes them awesome. You know, like everybody just wants to be them because they drive around in a Lamborghini. Come on.
Like I used to say like, oh, I want to own a Lambo one day. But why? It's the same as anything else. I buy a Lambo, you get used to it. I buy a new kettlebell, I get used to it.
That was my S5. My S5 was my dream car for the longest time. And then when I got it, it was so over the top exciting and I loved it. And I drove, but after about a month, it was my car.
Get used to it.
It was my car,
It's your
man.
car.
Just like, I was ripping it around every single day. And I drove that thing to the ground for 6.5, 7 years. And it was amazing. I miss it to this day. I really do. I miss it to this day. That was my favorite car ever. But, okay, I get another car. It is what it is. Yeah. It's like bigger maintenance bills, bigger headaches, bigger payments. It's like, unless you're really making that money, and who's really making that money to afford those things? That's the question. Who's really looking at how much do I have to make per year annually to afford the 911 GT, a Porsche or the Lamborghini Huracan? How much do I have to make a year and factor that all into like, what does my business do? How much is rent? What are utilities? What is this and that? They don't do that. They just see, oh, I'm making $50,000 a month. Great. I can afford a $1,500 or $2,000 car payment, but they don't factor in all the rest, the maintenance, all the other things that are going to come with the problem. And then what if that 50,000 drops to 30 and it drops to 20? Because it does. Everything is cyclical. You're going to have really great times and you're going to have really shitty times. It just is what it is. It's like you have to be able to ride those waves. I have times when I can't even breathe. I have so many shoots and edits to get to. But then there are other times where I have a shoot a week and the rest of the week is just editing and doing some podcasts and getting some editing done and a little bit more low key. And my mom on those weeks has to remind me, enjoy the downtime. Yeah. Enjoy it. Because then when you're slammed and you're traveling and you're running around and it's nonstop days and days and days, you look back to that and just been like, oh, I should have enjoyed it a little bit more. Yeah. That was like during COVID. Mm-hmm. That was during COVID. Tyler and I were so fucking stressed that life was never going to be back to making money and doing things and everything was going to, which let's be real, it did change very drastically and it has not been the same. But we just thought we were never going to be able to make any money, never going to be able to. Dude, if I knew it was going to snap back in a year and a half max, I would have enjoyed that down. Bro, I would have like really milked that Call of Duty online time and just really chilled. Unfortunately, you don't know those things, but in hindsight, you have to just look at the next wave, the big, and it's going to dip again. That's how the stock market has been forever. You just watch. It's all patterns at the end of the day. Life is patterns. People and their behaviors, business, love interests, it's all patterns. If they acted like that once before, chances are they're going to fucking do it again.
If they fuck somebody while you're dating, they're probably going to fuck somebody else.
They're definitely going to do it again. And guess what? If it's not you, it's the next guy. Or the next girl, whatever it is. So it's recognizing, and Tony Robbins talks about this all the time, recognizing patterns, recognizing these things, because you have to be able to predict where things are going. Why are you laughing?
Every time I think of Tony Robbins or somebody brings him up, you ever see Family Guy and he's in an episode?
No.
They were talking about Tony Robbins and because this is the first time I ever had a memory of him. In the video, in the episode, he's like signing books, and then it's like a person who's like, hey, can you sign my book? He's like, Tony Robbins hungry, and he eats the person. So every time somebody says Tony Robbins,
you just think of that.
I think of Family Guy. Yes. I'm sorry, continue.
I got to put you through one of his webinars.
It's so funny.
I got to be honest with you. He's really great, but like...
I heard he's good. I've never listened to him.
He's awesome. He really is. He's awesome. But, it's just a lot of the same stuff over and over again, and then pitching a next course and pitching. He's a very good businessman, man. Like, really good. Like, it's just always the next course. I'll teach you all this stuff, but like this course is really going to teach you even more, and just getting you to just, oh, okay. It's like kicking the rock down the road. It's like, okay. I'll keep doing it. But anyway.
He's one of those people that we talk about as an influential man, as a person.
Oh, dude.
As a leader.
Oh, bro. He's with the biggest names in Hollywood, which not that I give a fuck. I don't care about celebrities, but he's with the biggest names in Hollywood. He's with political figures. He's with sports athletes. With
P. Diddy.
No Diddy.
I hope not.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
Keep it away. Keep it away. We run a clean ship over here. Although Kenji's a horn dog, so you got to watch him. Dude, anytime a girl comes through and he'll start putting his head on them and just start like getting all excited, and because he just knows that he'll just start going, he'll start making noise, and I'll look at the girl, I'll be like, yo, don't make my dog moan like that.
That's hilarious.
Don't make my attack dog moan like that. Don't make him like that. Don't do that.
That's so funny.
His ass, I go inside, go get your own, go get a puppy in town.
So what do you think is like the perfect way to handle like,
better get up on that mic.
What is your like, hold on, wait, all right, now I'm here.
He's clawing it.
I'm here. What is your like perfect idea of when it, or like your like reactions, or like how to address like feelings of love and romance and like that type of stuff? What is your like outlook on it?
What's my outlook on it?
Yeah, like what do you think it should be? Like what gives you the most like
I don't even know anymore. I think I've had so many negative experiences in the last, let's say, decade. Probably, yeah, from after 21. Because obviously the first relationship, you're butterflies. You're oh my God, this is amazing. I love this. It's not an excuse. It's not a crutch. It's not anything like that. I just feel like, unfortunately, I've been let down so many times in so many random different situations that my view of what the ideal relationship or human being would be has shifted so many times. I know it's a teamwork type of thing. There's no 100% here, 50%. It's all 50-50. It's like we give, we take. It's together. That's really what it is. It's teamwork. If she's got to work late, I'm making dinner. If I got to work late, she's making dinner. Like somebody's got to watch. If we have kids, someone's got to do their part with watching the kids. Like it's a relationship. It's not a like a friendship partnership type of scenario. Like this is my person.
Yeah.
This is who I look at, that I have fun with, that I don't want to look at having to not be with them, or look forward to not being around this human being. Like I want to be around them. I want to laugh and watch movies. I want to train together. I want to do things. So I think.
Do you think deep down inside, regardless of all like the trauma and everything that you've been through, do you think deep down inside that there is hope that eventually?
I'm sure there's hope. I'm sure at some point you get hit with that lightning bolt again. When you meet the right person, you bump into each other the wrong way, right way, whatever it is, and you get excited again. That's really what it is. It's the exciting part. Unfortunately, as human beings, we have the thought process that what the last person did to us, this new person's going to do. And when you start looking at dating and you hear so many hopeless romantics, or you hear so many people talk negatively about their experiences, like, oh, she cheated on me, or he cheated on me, or she was on OnlyFans and I had no idea, and all these different things.
God.
Yeah, bro, you start thinking about it, and it almost taints your vision of anybody that you want to look at going forward. And it sucks, because it should be exciting. The beginning is the most exciting time. It really is. If it sucks in the beginning, oh man, it's going to suck in 5 years. So you might as well pack it up now. So when you link up with a new person and you are experiencing them for the first time, emotionally, intellectually, on a personal, not even a sexual level, just a personal level, you have to keep that open mind. And it's tough. And I've been there a million times, and it's tough to think that, oh, well, she's probably getting DM'd by this guy or this person and this and that. And you have to just let it ride and see and go with your gut. That's really the biggest thing. One of my best traits, but worst traits at the same time, is like the first inclination of like being disrespected. I'm out. I don't stick around for bullshit. I'm out. So if you're going to be nasty, or there's going to be like too many misunderstandings or confrontations, especially in the beginning, hey, I appreciate you. It's been real. This is not working. It's not, we're not seeing eye to eye. It's not going to be like that. It's cool. No hard feelings, whatever. You know, my last real relationships, I ended.
Yeah.
Whether that was the right way to do them or the wrong way to do them, that's hearsay. You know, that I'll be the villain in someone's story, just like they'd be the villain in my story.
Me and when one of my clients were talking about that, we weren't talking about relationships. We were talking about just like life, like, you know, people, whatever. Like, hey, listen, if what I did is going to make me be the villain in your story, go ahead. Sure. If that's what's going to help you sleep at night, awesome.
Whatever makes you feel better. I mean, you know, you could tell yourself the lie of it didn't work out because of this or that, or he was too focused on his business and he didn't focus on me. I don't know. To me, like my last real relationship, it was a clusterfuck towards the end, especially. I was building this business up. She wanted to be at the bars all the time. I didn't want to be at the bars. I was shooting, working a main job still, and this and that. And I got word that she was talking to other people. Okay, tell me everything you know. And I confronted her and I broke it off. Like that was it. Because if you're even entertaining talking to other people, I'm good. We're all set here. It's not the dude's fault. Mm-hmm. It's your fault.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go blame Buddy.
Yeah.
No, that's you. So you know, you have to take that as a lesson. But unfortunately, that lesson can sometimes bleed through in our minds to the next relationship that you have. So you try to keep everything separate. Like I experienced this, I understand it, but now I gotta just remember it, not bring that into this relationship. Mm-hmm. And that could be tough. Yeah. That could be tough, especially in the golden age of social media where, you know, who's liking her photos? Oh, how many, you know, as humans, we're inclined to feel that way. Oh, she posted a pic of just her. She got 800 likes. How many of these are guys? Like, how many of these dudes are guys from her past? It's like whether you're threatened by them or not, doesn't even matter. It's just mentally it's there for you. Mm-hmm. So unfortunately, modern technology and a lot of these things have ruined a lot of potential relationships that could have been great. Mm. But instead, because the attention was there, the dopamine hit was there, buzzword, the dopamine hit was there. Yeah.
Like
put me next to Andrew Huberman.
I'm about to say, okay.
Put me next to Andrew Huberman. Because all of that was there and it was instant gratification, you know, they lean into that. Maybe not enacting on these feelings, but oh, it just feels so nice when this dude messages me or sends a fire emoji because I look great in a dress, or when this girl says I look awesome in my suit. So it's tough, dude. It's tough. Modern day dating sucks. It's tough. The apps suck.
Yeah.
Let's not sugarcoat anything.
Yeah.
It's a wildebeest sanctuary on there.
Yeah.
And you just look around and you go, oh, I got to be better than this. This is fucking crazy.
I like to look at love now as a sense of giving power to somebody, a sense of vulnerability, because
power to rip you down.
You are giving them the power to fuck you up. And what's funny is that love is inevitably going to happen no matter what way you look at it. You could be married for 70 years, but one of you is going to die.
Yeah.
And that person is going to get distraught. So it is the most powerful emotion because it makes us do things that we never would thought that we could do. I always used to say that love is over anger because anger makes us do stupid shit, but love makes us do really stupid shit. Yeah. And at the end of the day, we all get hurt and burned some way, shape, or how. But the highs and the lows of it are great. They are incredible. And giving that vulnerability to people, to someone, is cool. And you just got to hope that they won't burn you, you know? But despite all of modern dating and all that other stuff, I believe that in human interaction, in lovemaking, in that physical chemistry, that's what we are made for. We're made to love, we're made to reproduce, and it all comes back down to our primal roots. We're all primal and animals in this own life in our own way. Yeah, we got cameras, yeah, we got gyms, we got cars, but we're still primal, we're still animals. And the way God and everything and he made us is to reproduce, is to love, is to cherish, is to be a part of that in nature and with men and women alike. So I like to look at it as that. I think as you get older, your mindsets and everything start to change, and also just making it and looking at it in a different light is cool and what keeps you calm. Like, hey, listen, if you're dating me and you want to go look at other guys' pictures, you want to go and like them, cool. But like you said before, like you told me, there ain't another fucking Tom DeGiuli on this planet.
Nope, there ain't.
So if you want to go and find something like me or you want to find better, go right a fucking ahead, because you ain't never going to find nobody like fucking me.
That part he gets up on the mic. The rest of it,
I'm getting real dramatic with it. Real fucking dramatic
he's
with
been
it.
sitting by the door.
I'm getting real dramatic. But it is true.
Yeah,
it is true. And it is something that I think humans that in this human experience, in this glob meat fucking brain vehicle that we're in, right? It all stems back to everything being connected. Love and relationships, working hard, being a man, being a good woman, being a leader, all of that does tie in together. And not even just being a leader for men and women alike to get in shape like what I do, but also just teaching them how to be a good person and how to embrace love and how to know whether the person is good for them or not, or just being in those senses. I always used to think fitness and everything was just getting people in shape and getting them strong. No, it's a lot. It stems a lot more than that, because there are a lot of broken people. There's a lot of people who need that enlightenment, and there's a lot of people that need just good overall mental stability and mental clarity. It's very complex, because when people come into my gym, I've had people cry on me multiple times because working out, it gets your emotions all riled up. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I don't know why, especially men, like when we get heartbroken, like our main thing is, all right, I got to work hard as fuck. I got to kill myself in the gym. Instead of doing a 4-round warm-up, I'm doing 5. Instead of doing a 7-round workout, I'm doing 10. I know, because I was that motherfucker a couple months ago, but it helped. But I don't know why that happens, but it brings out our emotions in some way, shape, or form. It's very interesting, but all that stuff stems back, and I think it is all connected in us and how we connect as human beings, how we interact with other people, and how our daily actions and our daily things impact our lives day by day. Not in 5 years, but day by day. Tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. In this little hole, in this little circle, not looking over here, fuck that shit, in this circle, in the present, how it's all affecting us now, not here. Because everybody asks you, oh, what's your 5-year plan? I don't know. I could say I want to go to school and become a nurse, but then COVID could happen and that fucks my whole shit up and I open up a gym instead. You know what I mean? That's what happened to me. So you have to really focus on the present. And when it comes to love and relationships, it's being able to be vulnerable and giving yourself to people in the sense, but also being able to hold yourself back and realize, okay, this isn't good for me. I need to know that. I need to not get addicted to that feeling.
Tom DeGiuli.
It's me, bitch.
Tom DeGiuli.
It's me.
That was philosophical. I love that. Let me ask you, how you feeling, man? How you feeling post
I'm tired.
Post Natty Strongman?
I'm tired, but I feel very loved, man. I feel very supported. It's hard sometimes for me to take that in. It's very hard to take love in sometimes. Like, not just like romantically, but like from people. Because I have people message me, and lately, I don't know if it's because I'm just like tired or I'm mentally drained from like running the gym and training every day, but people will message me and they'll be like, Tom, I love what you do. I started your programming and all this shit. And I'll look at it and I'll be like, I can't do this right now. I can't answer them. I just can't. I can't. I don't have the energy to text you right now. I don't have.
Well, you know, it's not going to be just one message. It's going to be a whole back and forth.
I don't have the energy to do that. I'm very grateful for that, but I only have 16,000 followers. I'm not that. You know, I'm known in the community, but I'm not fucking million followers. I can only imagine how many fucking messages all these other people have. But I feel very supported, very loved, because a lot of my friends from all over the country came, and you know, they came to support me. I asked them, hey, listen, guys, I'm going to compete in June. If you guys want to come and hang out and want to support, cool. They drove 2.5 hours to Jersey. They drove 2.5 hours back. I feel very supported, very loved. After the strongman competition, I qualified for Worlds. I have some stuff to work on, but overall, man, I feel good.
What specifically do you have to work on?
Well, just like knowing the rule set, and also just getting stronger. Like, my press sucks. My press sucks ass. My straight bar deadlift, it's not that great. I got 1 rep at 505. The other guy got 3 reps, so you got 2 more. It's just some stuff I need to work on. That's why I've been listening to a lot of the West Side Barbell shit, like the conjugate method. Like I was watching the dynamic effort because I never knew what any of it meant, but I watched a clip. In dynamic effort, what they do is they do lightweight, like 50-60% of your 1 rep max, and they do it like fast. Like they'll do a box squat with mad bands, and they'll just fucking explode like that.
I see Dave Tate do a lot of that too. Elite FTS.
Yeah. And like Phil Daru does it. Alex Canella is owner of Landmine University. Shout out to him. He does a little bit of the conjugate stuff with his methods and everything. But I thought it was very cool. So I'm like, all right, let me kind of mimic that a little bit. Let me switch it up. I'm probably going to do that in the next couple weeks. But just getting my deadlift up more, just being overall rounded, just prepping more for competition because, as much as I don't want to, as much as I love doing what I do now, I need to start prepping and doing shit for competition, not just training like a fucking madman. So you learn in competition, but I feel good, man. I got good opportunity. Like building shit from the ground up is very enlightening because I never thought I would get to this where I walk in places and people do know my fucking name, or my clients supporting me, coming out to see me, my friends from all over the country. Just people coming in and like really supporting me. They really like genuinely want to support me because in the past 2 years, I've dealt with a lot of assholes, a lot of people who want fucking handouts, a lot of people who I thought were my friends are not my fucking friends. They just wanted to get close to me and they wanted to take from me. And if you're listening to this, you know who the fuck you are. Okay, I don't have to say shit to you, but you know who the fuck you are. And it's annoying. It's annoying to do that. It's annoying to deal with people like that where you go out of your fucking way or you give them a certain price or you give them certain opportunity and they're like, oh, well, you didn't do this. Oh, well, you didn't do that. I don't give a fuck. I did all this shit because I care, because I actually cared you as a friend or as a client, and I do all that stuff and you just don't fucking appreciate that. So I'm sick of that shit, man. I'm sick of that shit.
Purge those people out, man.
I'm sick of it.
That's what I do, bro.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Cut them out like a tumor. That's it. We're out.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
And I no longer pour into people that don't pour into me. If you don't pour into my cup, I don't want to pour into you. If I'm giving you energy, if I'm giving you love, if I'm buying new equipment that costs thousands of dollars and you're not fucking appreciating that, you're just looking at what I don't fucking have, then that pisses me off. I don't want to fuck with you. I don't want you in my space. I don't want you in my social media. I don't want to talk to you. You text me, cool. I'll say something, but that's it. Very blunt, very bland. You want to meet up with me? Cool. You make the plans. Okay? I'm not doing it. Hey, Tom, you free this weekend? No, I'm not, but I'm free the next weekend. Let me know what you want to do. You want to talk? You want to sit down? You want to be a man or a woman about it? Cool. I'll do that. But I'm not going out of my way anymore because I'm sure we've all done that. Everybody listening.
We've all gone out of our way.
We've all gone out of our way. And then at some point, you just stop being nice. You be kind, but you stop being nice. So I'm very grateful for the people that support me, like you, like my friends that came from all over the country to support me, my father, my clients, everybody that has come into my life and that truly does support me because they see the hard work and the recognition that I give and that I give to people. But everybody else who doesn't, who constantly says shit about me, my gym is dirty. Oh, I'm crazy.
I saw you fucking. I saw you.
I'm crazy.
I saw you cleated it
I'm
the other
crazy,
day.
right? I'm fucking nuts. That's why I like.
They are accurate. You are crazy.
I am crazy.
You are crazy. Let's be honest. It's a good crazy though. It's not a bad crazy.
Good crazy.
It's not like a keep him away from schools crazy. It's like let him hang out with the children. He's gonna make them stronger.
Exactly. Like even like listening to West Side Barbell, Louis Simmons, like he was saying that people think I'm fucking crazy, but my shit works. And I'm saying my shit works too, And to everybody that hates, everybody who doesn't support, everybody that constantly runs their mouth about me or says certain things, y'all can just keep watching because it's only gonna get worse for you.
Yep. Grab your popcorn.
Grab your popcorn.
It's only
gonna get worse. And I love that. That's empowering.
It's just starting. That's the funny part.
That's empowering.
It's just starting.
Mm-hmm. That's very empowering. I love that.
I'm excited to see where you go, man.
You too, man.
Hey, little by little, we're doing cool shit, man. At some point, I'd like the YouTube and the podcast to take over. That's what I'd like to do more and more of, and then build things on the agency side for the client work that I do.
How are you feeling, Nick?
I feel good, man.
How do you feel?
I feel a little less stressed now that I haven't been training for the last 3 days. I feel a little.
You haven't been training?
Have not.
Okay.
I haven't trained since I rolled Sunday at the comp class.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I roll with this dude, Anthony, who is just one of the most monster motherfuckers. He's a black belt. He rolls at Vanguard. He's like one of the head guys there. I mean, he wraps you up so quick with a rear naked choke, but he'll push it right against your fucking bottom teeth.
That's what the fulcrum choke. That's what Habib caught Connor with.
Dude, it is. You hear your teeth start.
Yeah.
And you just go, okay, let go.
Yep.
So I was taking a beating for a while. And you know what? Doing OG in the mornings and then going to jujitsu 6 days a week at night, I was falling apart. My body was just like, nah, we're not feeling this anymore. And unfortunately, like the neck, you feel it in your suboccipitals. You feel it just, you just feel
What?
Suboccipitals. It's the muscle at the base of the skull. When they get too, tech neck is another way. Whenever people crane their neck forward, those muscles get super tight. It can cause tension headaches. It can cause blood flow restrictions in the head. It has a lot to do with a lot of problems. So it's always important to just, honestly, you could just do it yourself by pushing your shin back into your body and keeping your body straight and just holding it and then letting go and just doing it like that to try to open up those muscles. But I was just feeling beat up, man. You know, it's tough when you do the hit, coming from the bodybuilding world. I told you I'm going to start doing back to strength training, coming to you, stuff like that. It's tough when you do a lot of the hit stuff. Evan puts on a great class. They're great over there. They really are. It's tough though when I'm expected to hit my max squat, and there's nothing against him. When I have to hit my max squat or a heavy squat, and then I'm doing sprint relays like 5 seconds later on another station, it's brutal.
It's your nervous system.
Oh my God. And dude, it trained me to be so much faster, so much stronger in that capacity. But I did lose a lot of my base strength. I did lose a lot in different areas. So I appreciate the journey that I had with them for the last year and couple months. And now I want to start diving into going back to some Meadows training, some training with you at the kettlebells. Cause I have to get the Calicure. I have to.
I lost mine. I don't know.
Did you? I have to. I know I'm going to rip my hands open. That's just coming back.
I don't know where mine
Every
is.
time. Every time I train with Tyler always gets hurt because he tries to keep up. He says he doesn't try to keep up. I said, you try to keep up.
And for the record, no, it's not because my training will get you hurt. It's just that Tyler, I love you.
Yes, he tries to keep up.
It's
Tyler.
It's a different
level.
I love you, but just stop trying to keep up with me.
It's a different level.
Because you can't.
He's going to be so mad if he hears this.
I love you.
He's going to be so mad. We love you. I have to get, that one's just coming back. So I have to get the rest filed down. Those kettlebells just eat my hands up. And listen, man, I mean, I have amazing equipment in my mom's garage. I spent 10 bands on all that equipment during COVID. And it's just sitting there. Mm-hmm. You know what she said to me one time? She just goes, are we keeping all this? Yeah. You better not fucking touch any of that.
She'll sell that shit.
Oh my God.
She will sell that
Bro,
shit.
I got the Kabuki Cadillac bar. I have a Sorinex power bar. I have a Rogue power bar. I have a RM3 monster rack with the fat bar pull up.
I'll probably buy it from you.
No, you're not allowed to.
You're not even fucking using it.
I'm going to get a house and use it.
When?
When I can afford a house.
You know, like in 5 years.
Times are tough. Times are tough.
No, not like that. I'm just saying like, I'm going to hold on to it for this long. Let me fucking
I have a landmine attachment.
I'll fucking buy it.
I have the 56 kilogram Alico kettlebell.
Nice. That's good.
I have 400 pounds of calibrated steel rogue powerlifting plates.
Dude.
I have the assault bike. I have, what else do I have? I have the monkey, the On It monkey kettlebell. I have a bunch.
The
gorilla. No, the gorilla.
The gorilla? Oh,
Yeah.
you have all cool shit.
Yeah, I have the cool shit.
Why don't you use it?
Because she put boxes in the house. I haven't lived at home in 2.5 years, and she put boxes all over the garage. And I said to her, I said, can I use the garage to like work out this summer? And she just goes, well, you know, you left it a mess when you left. I go, I haven't been home in 2.5 years. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you saying?
That's great.
Yeah. So, anywho, I want to get back into that, and then obviously supplementing in with the jiu-jitsu, man. That's really what my focus is right now. I love it. It's so much fun.
So we were talking about before about like overtraining and your hormones and everything. So
Get up on that mic.
When people tell me or ask me, hey Tom, like how do you recover? Or like, do you get sore? I don't get sore anymore. Like sometimes, but the soreness goes away. Like my body is just adjusted to all the training that I do. The only times I get sore, like we did heavy trap bar deadlifts on Monday. I haven't done that like a month and a half, 2 months. My back, like my upper back was sore, but it's really your nervous system and your hormones. Last year I had low testosterone and they were trying to get me on peptides. They had me taking clomiphene. They wanted me to fucking go on TRT. I go, dude, I'm fucking 27 years old. I don't need to do that. Fuck that shit. So then I met my friend Eric, who owns Base Supplements. Shout out to Eric. He put me on to Shilajit. So that's, I forgot if it's the Altai Mountains.
We are not doctors, and this is not medical advice, but...
it works for me. It works.
Yeah, that's what you have to say, that stupid fucking disclaimer.
All right, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a meathead, okay? This shit works. So I started taking Shilajit.
What is it?
Shilajit is like a resin. It's like a black tar resin from a plant. and it's supposed to naturally raise your test levels. And my friend Edward Troy, shout out to Ed. I'm dropping a lot of names out there. There's a lot of cool people who I've learned from. Ed told me to take Tom DeGiuli. I don't know what that's from, but
Tyler's been taking it.
yeah, I've been taking that. So my test was low. It was like 450. That's low.
Crazy.
And my libido just wasn't there too. I didn't want to have sex. I had no enthusiasm to do anything. So I started taking those two things, and then pine pollen. You put that under your tongue, and it helped me in the training room. Even just doing that, I saw that I was getting more defined. Like I don't diet. I love food. I don't diet, but I saw like myself getting bigger. I saw myself getting stronger. So where your test raises, all that stuff raises too. And I say that because my nervous system and overtraining and my mental, that's what was fucking with me. That's what was killing me. It wasn't the soreness of my muscles. It wasn't me overtraining all in that sense, which is overtraining. It was my hormones. It was my CNS. So I recommend taking stuff like that, like the Shilajit, the Tom DeGiuli, the Pine Pond, all that stuff. Again, I'm not a doctor, but hey, listen, this worked for me. And if it could work for somebody else, then cool. But that stuff plays a big role in it too. Like it's not about just like getting sore anymore. It's about like talking about your hormones. Like how are your hormones? How is your testosterone? How is your estrogen as a man? Even in women, are your test levels high? Are your estrogen levels low? What is it that's going on? That's why getting blood work and all that other stuff is very beneficial. It's smart, especially if you're doing jujitsu, if you're working out 7 days a week, like I am doing strongman training, kettlebell, ski erg, all that crap. That stuff plays a big role too. So if you're like a guy and you think that you're not like, you're getting tired, your lifts aren't going up, if you're like in your mid 20s, early 30s, then maybe it could be your hormones, like something's going on with there. So you have to go and get blood work done. Places like Blokes, I went through them. They test your hormone levels. That's just some knowledge to drop for me, for people who are listening, because that could be a factor as to why you're not, you're not enthusiastic, you have no libido, you're not gaining muscle, your lifts aren't going up. It could be something like that. So yeah.
My test was this past almost a year ago, August. My test was in like the 500s. And then just training, even though I was overtraining for sure, just training like an animal and doing everything. When I retested in March, they were at 750.
That's good.
It's crazy that it went up that much.
Good.
I was like, oh shit, that's no fucking idea. But yeah, it's tough, man, because you start feeling like this is the new normal, but it's not. You have to get past that mental side of it and figure out what's actually going on, what are you lacking, and then counteract that and get yourself back on track. Yeah. So,
and as you get older, it's like problems that you don't think that's going to happen, but I don't think it's because of getting older. It's not that we're getting older. It's just that we have more load. Yeah. Right. You run your podcast, your photography business, you train, you do everything yourself. Like, do you have an assistant? Do you have it?
No.
Okay.
No editor.
So you have no editor, you have no social media manager, you have nobody. Nobody's helping you. It's just you. That's a lot of load. Me, same thing. I don't have trainers. I don't have an editor. I don't have a content creator. I don't have somebody to run my social media, anything. It's all me. I run all my own programming and everything. So it's not even that we're getting older. It's just that it's a lot more load on
a lot more stressors on our life.
Yeah, it's a lot more stressors. So that's what could be fucking with us and people too.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with age, because there's a lot of people who are in their 50s and 60s and still having sex. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, still banging
Still doing the thing, man.
Banging away like contractors.
Still doing the dirty.
Crazy.
Some nasty shit.
Nasty. What do you got coming up? Anything? When is Worlds?
So Worlds is in August. It's in Ireland.
Shit.
Yeah,
You going?
It's a little soon. I still don't have my passport. That shit expired, so I got
Get it done this week.
I gotta expedite that shit. I most likely will go, but honestly, nothing really. I have no trips planned up for the summer. I want to chill, dude. I've been doing a lot since January. I've been traveling, competing. I want to chill for a little bit. I want to really focus on hunkering down at the gym, getting more clients, like 5 to 10 more clients. There's Bellfest in Miami. If you want to come, there's a Kettlebell Festival.
When's that?
It's October 17th or the 18th. It's one of them. It's in Miami. It's in Florida. If people want to come down, train with kettlebells, meet all the coaches, I'll be closing it out. I'll be doing a program for them, doing a workout for them at the end. Other than that, nothing really, man. I just want to chill. I want to relax for a little bit. I want to train, focus on what I got to do. Worlds is coming up in August. I should be able to do that. I don't see why I can't.
You're going to do it.
Yeah.
You're going to do it.
Yeah, man. But
that's obviously you keep doing it, but that's a once in a lifetime opportunity to just get out there and do
even get out there and do the thing and showcase. Hell yeah.
It'll be great.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Thank you, bro.
I would love to go to Ireland. I might, hey, listen, fuck it. When is it?
August 24th and the 25th.
Ah, it's right for my birthday.
When's your birthday?
29th.
Oh, shit.
Right before.
Let's go to Ireland.
I'll go to Ireland.
Let's go to Ireland for the week.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
How can people come try out the gym? You said you got a little deal going on?
So, yes, I have 2 weeks free class trial at the gym. If you are interested, you could just shoot me a DM. It is everything that you need in a gym. It is strength training. It is bench, squat, deadlifting, kettlebells, steel clubs, landmines. It's stuff that I feel like most gyms don't really provide now. Like when it comes to the group setting, it's more so just like volume and just cardio. No shade to any gyms, but my gym, my workouts about an hour 15, hour 30 minutes. So you're really training. It's like really like a gritty, old school type of strength conditioning gym. So I'm doing 2 weeks free right now. If you are interested, that this deal will probably be going on forever just because it's been getting a lot of cool new people in the gym and getting them to try it out. So it's in Baldwin, New York, South Shore. Yeah, you can follow my gym's page.
Strength Factory.
Out here, and my regular page, Tom DeGiuli. DeGiuli.
I will put it in the show notes for everybody.
Julie, like you're like you're Jewish. Julie.
Oh, Julie.
Like Julie. No.
Yes. Julie. But I'm thinking about the I.
Yes.
Julie.
Yeah, it looks like that, but it's Julie. Yes. Yeah.
You know, I tell people when they ask, they're like, "What's it like to train at Tom's?" I go, "It's like training for the apocalypse."
Hey, listen, man. It's definitely that. It's just real, man. It's gritty. It's the work.
The next level is going to be having architects on the patio performing live for us while we train.
That would be fucking great.
That would be awesome.
I'd love for them to do that like a competition. I'd be doing that.
How sick would that be?
That'd be great.
Oh man,
my next gym, I want it to be like decked out as like a powerlifting gym, like a monolith squat rack. I looked at that at the strongman comp. Just more so like stuff like that. I want like elite level like strongman powerlifters to go in there. Like I'm gonna buy a competition bench, a monolith, more deadlift platforms. That's gonna be cool. It's gonna be sick. Yeah,
I'm excited. It's gonna be the expansion is gonna be coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It's coming.
Tom,
yeah, man.
Always a fucking pleasure. We're gonna do this more regularly, like we said. I love you too. We're gonna figure out a little segment name for us that for our episodes that we do going forward. And I'm just excited to just have you in more regularly, hang out, talk about life, talk about all the lifting, being a fucking savage, eating cheeseburgers. Man. Life's good, bro.
Pizza, cookies,
being a thick boy.
Life's good, man.
Thick but not thick, but like.
Am I thick?
It's not really.
No.
But you said you were.
I'm Kratos.
You said we had those little shorts on at the OG comp, and that boy was looking big up top.
Touch Grass Co. Shout out to Eric Does Kettlebell. That's his shorts.
Those the shorts? I like those shorts.
Touch Grass Co. Yeah,
They were dope.
Yep.
So everybody, I hope you had fun hanging out with us, listening, learning. Just fucking, it was a vibe, bro.
Yeah,
we talked about a little bit of everything. Please call to action if you like the show, if you like the episode. Follow Tom, follow his programming. Come down and train. I mean, that's fucking, you got to come down and try his programming out. It's so much fun, and you get stronger and better in life. And any of the audio listeners, if you could, please hit the rating, leave a review. It means a lot. It helps me grow the show and continues sitting down with amazing humans like Tom. But on that note, I appreciate all y'all for fucking with us. But for now,
peace.
Peace.